what I think what ticked him off is obviously the fact that I didn't vote for him and that I came out and said I'm not going to vote for him, and I would urge others not to vote for him.
Arnold Schwarzenegger dropped a bombshell on Trump's marriage, and Melania is unhappy. What did he say that has Trump scrambling and Melania furious? Stick around. This is one twist you won't see coming.
President Trump is a failed leader. He will go down in history as the worst president ever. The good thing is that he soon will be as irrelevant as an old tweet. But what are we to make of those elected officials?
Arnold Schwarzenegger's speaking style has never been shy. Yet, his current bombshell might have crossed a line. Donald Trump now sees red, while Melania Trump becomes furious, and the internet reaches a state of total madness with this bombshell.
I will remind them of what Teddy Roosevelt said. Patriotism means to stand by the country. It does not mean to stand by the president.
Arnold's confident delivery reinforced the bombshell he dropped against Trump, because he's been at odds with Trump for multiple years. This utterance escaped from his mouth without being accidental or spontaneous. The attack was carefully planned to hit the target area exactly. The former governor understood his actions thoroughly before facing the expected repercussions.
You try to inspire them to speed up the process.
I see.
You know, so that's the most
By
important
threatening
thing.
them physically?
But look, that too.
Yeah.
But the things that you wish you could do.
The competition between these two figures stretched beyond the number of viewers watching their shows. A powerful political element ran through their conflict. As the Republican governor of California, Arnold maintained moderate positions while Trump expressed his opinions through intense hardline rhetoric. Schwarzenegger spent multiple years attacking Trump's policies regarding climate change and healthcare. Yet Trump insisted Schwarzenegger acted as a deceptive Hollywood liberal posing as Republican. The profound ideological difference between these two politicians intensified their continuous heated exchange. Trump and Schwarzenegger have maintained an ongoing dispute that started in the past. Arnold began his feud with Trump when he replaced him as the Apprentice host after he became president. Trump utilized every available platform to criticize Arnold's performance ratings, which led to Arnold's retaliatory attacks. All the insults exchanged between the two men included a silent agreement not to target Melania Trump.
And my brother and I, we would have a fight or a disagreement. My father would just lock us in a room, and he says, "You can't get out of here until you solve the problem." So I said to myself, well, that would be actually a great idea for a dispute like that.
In a tweet, Trump stated that Arnold Schwarzenegger led The Apprentice poorly, causing rating failure, total failure. Arnold delivered this response to Donald after suggesting they exchange jobs. You should handle television because you know ratings well, yet I'll hold your position to lead the country properly.
Now, Mr. Trump has been indicted on federal charges, but most of the top Republican officials are siding with him against the special prosecutor. How do you explain that?
The surprise grew stronger because Schwarzenegger had always avoided attacking Melania Trump. Trump received numerous attacks from Arnold, but Melania Trump managed to avoid most of the criticism directed at her husband. This statement caught everyone's attention because it transcended typical political attacks on Trump's administration. The statement carried a distinctly personal nature that made it seem as if Arnold intended to address Melania's involvement with Trump's political turmoil. The statement struck a sensitive point, which resulted in immediate consequences. The implicit understanding between politicians to avoid their spouses and public criticism has completely dissolved. Schwarzenegger made a sudden statement during the show that stunned every viewer. During the regular interview about climate change and fitness, he unexpectedly attacked Trump by implicating Melania Trump in his actions.
I can tell you one thing, that if the charges are correct, then he's going to be in deep trouble. But at the same time, I have to say that, we're always innocent until proven guilty. So we'll find out what the courts say.
Arnold declared he had never used his wife as a shield during his political career. An explosive development occurred when the internet suddenly expanded. Did he directly strike Melania with this statement, or was it just a dig at Trump? Whichever the intended meaning, the statement caused widespread excitement across social media platforms.
There has never been a successful movement based on hate. I mean, think about that. The Nazis, losers. The Confederacy, losers. The apartheid movement, losers. And the list goes on and on.
What did Arnold precisely intend to convey? According to some observers, he targeted Melania for her continuous support of Trump. According to some interpretations, he suggested that Trump relies on his wife to shield him during difficult situations. But the most popular theory? The one-liner delivered by Arnold at the moment was perfectly on point.
I don't want you to be a loser. I don't want you to be weak. See, I've spent most of my life helping people find their strength. This is where the action is, strength.
According to analysts, Schwarzenegger delivered a message about how people should take responsibility. Trump established his brand through dramatic statements and scandalous behavior. Yet Melania ultimately stayed out of the public eye regarding his controversial matters. When Arnold mentions his wife, he highlights that silence sometimes possesses the same strength as spoken words. Through this one statement, he wanted her to know that her time as an observer needed to end. The way he conducted his actions was crystal clear to everyone. He's established his professional career through memorable one-liners. Trump's reaction to this event proved to be more astonishing than expected. Donald Trump is famous for not tolerating any form of insult. Everybody watched Melania at that moment. Would she respond? Would she brush it off? She planned to react in her standard manner by showing disinterest and proceeding forward. She refused to stay quiet on this occasion. The First Lady expressed intense anger according to those who knew her. This time Melania didn't follow her previous practice of letting controversies fade away, because she had reportedly lost control during private discussions. According to reports, Melania Trump approached her husband, asking him to explain why he failed to stop Arnold Schwarzenegger from broadcasting The Apprentice. In private conversation, she told her inner circle, "I'm sick of being involved in his pointless conflicts. This is not my battle." According to rumors, Melania shared with her closest associates. She viewed Schwarzenegger as a dull actor, who sought attention by attempting to stay in the spotlight. She chose not to issue a public announcement, yet her strong emotions were evident to everyone. During this round of Trump's ongoing conflicts, Melania took an active role, because she became personally involved in the ongoing dispute.
And they hired a big movie star, Arnold Schwarzenegger, to take my place. And we know how that turned out. The ratings went right down the tubes. It's been a total disaster.
Trump responded immediately after the attack. Within a few hours, he delivered his reaction in his usual Trump manner through Truth Social. The former governor Arnold has become a complete failure because he failed to sustain The Apprentice show. Total failure. Sad. Trump delivered his response in a characteristically loud and direct fashion, clearly dismissive. People were surprised to learn that his attack on Arnold included defending Melania Trump. Such rare moments of defense aren't typical for the sitting president. But Trump wasn't done. The source reports that Trump unleashed a complete tirade against Schwarzenegger. He called him a jealous has-been and blamed his attempt to remain relevant by using Trump's name. Insiders have revealed that Trump's considering suing Arnold for defamation, but his advisors intervened to stop him from pursuing this action. Trump chose to escalate his actions by intensifying his insults. In his opinion, Schwarzenegger demonstrated failure as a politician, and no one remembers his film work either.
I want to ask you a quick question about Donald Trump because, you guys both hosted The Apprentice. You don't necessarily see eye to eye on most things. He listed his weight at 215 pounds.
Schwarzenegger didn't back down. During his second interview, he displayed a smirk while stating, "Trump's mad? That's nothing new. I've struck a sensitive point there." Schwarzenegger told his closest friends he didn't regret his comment and considered Trump's reaction a source of amusement. According to media reports, Arnold stated that the person who repeatedly insults others would lose their temper when anyone returns their behavior. The actor suggested he would continue his amusing commentary about this topic.
When you size him up, what would you guess that man weighs?
I don't really know how much he weighs. I can tell you one thing, that if you would ask me what should you do for fitness, I would just say run around yourself 3 times. You're going to be in great shape.
Through a video posted on social media, Schwarzenegger showed himself working out in the gym, further intensifying the situation. The caption, "Stay strong. The hot temperature is too much for specific individuals to bear." The public interpreted this video as yet another Trump-related insult because Trump had endured persistent mockery regarding his false claims about his physical fitness and weight. The videos received millions of views within a brief time, while users posted laughing emojis and references to the Terminator franchise in the comments section. And that's the bombshell. What do you think? Drop a comment down below. Like and subscribe and share for more updates. We'll see you in another one soon.